Torres.
Welcome to the Dark Stuff. It's me, your buddy Dave, the host here of the channel. My newest video is going to be my sort of behind the scenes review of the most recent MAHA Music Festival. If you go back into my archives, you'll see that back in Dark Stuff number 119, approximately a year before this one, was my recap of the one the year before. So if you feel like, you get all nostalgic or something after watching this one, this is an annual music festival, takes place here in Omaha. I've talked about it a couple of times here on the Dark Stuff. So as with the last maybe 4 or 5 years, I've been peripherally involved with the MAHA Music Festival. I'm a stage manager on one of the 2 stages that they have this year. There was the Omni stage and there was the Whites stage, and those had to do with the company that sponsored them. I was in charge of the stage manager, I should say, of the Omni stage. This year's lineup was great as usual, a really nice eclectic mix, heavy on the indie side, but also headlined by Run the Jewels, so great hip hop. And now that the show's over, I can say the Run the Jewels were fucking amazing, but we'll get to that when I get further along in the video. I'm going to do a sort of chronological review. So I had to get there about 8 in the morning. As we were getting set up on the Omni stage, Sleigh Bells was the band that was headlining my stage, and they have a pretty elaborate kind of light show, and everything is wireless for them, whereas nothing else was wireless. So they wanted to get there and test everything out super early. The festival officially opened around noon, with the first artist going on at 12:10. So we had a couple of hours to get everything ready. The first artist was going to be a local act called the Hopman Sisters, and they were going to be playing on the Omni stage. Wasn't my first time seeing the Hopman Sisters, or at least being in the same vicinity of the Hopman Sisters. They were the opening act for Esme Patterson not too long ago. They do only original songs. They've been traveling around the country a lot lately. Yeah, there's a lot of potential here, mainstream potential.
From tomorrow.
So after the Hopman Sisters, the show went over to the Whites stage, the main stage, and the Downtown Boys kicked off the show over there. Now I didn't get any video of them at all. Downtown Boys are a new-ish, not totally new, but new-ish band from Providence, Rhode Island, and they're very politically charged punk rock. Okay, the next band up on my stage was High Up, and that's a local band that their sound has been described as indie rock soul. And I guess that's a decent description. I mean, it's very soulful singing for sure from the lead singer Todd Fink, and the band is made up of some indie rock luminaries to some degree. Obviously, the focus of the band is lead singer Christine Fink. She's got a great stage presence, great pipes. She can really belt it out. From what I understand from doing a little bit of research on them, this was sort of started off almost like a karaoke thing because she would bring down the house at karaoke bars when she would sing soul songs. And then her sister, Arenda Fink, who you may remember, I did a podcast interview back in 2014 of her. We went over her entire career. She was here in the bunker. That's not on YouTube, by the way, but I will have a link below so you can listen to it audio only on that one. Her sister, Arenda Fink, decided we're going to form a band around this because you're a great singer. People love you when they see you. Let's make this happen. So over the course of the last couple of years, they've, shed a couple of members and stuff. And now the current lineup features Todd Fink, whose other job is the lead singer of The Faint. By the way, The Faint I'll be featuring later on in the show because they were one of the main bands at the festival on the big stage. Todd's wife, Arenda Fink, who we just talked about, who's also the sister of Christine Fink. She's multi-instrumental in this band. She plays guitar. She was playing a trumpet. She was playing probably something else, and I just can't remember. Maybe she was doing a keyboard or something. Oh, Todd played keyboards as well. On drums, they have a guy named Matt Foch. You might have heard me talk about him on the show. I've mentioned Matt on this channel before. His main band is head of Femur. I'm also an extra, and a very important extra, in a music video for him that he did for a solo record last year. So those are the members of the band. Oh, and their bass player, who's got the crazy mustache there, and is also like really animated on stage. Great. Next up on the big stage was an artist from Nashville named Torres, and I have no video of Torres again. I didn't really have much of a chance to watch her because same exact reason as before. Torres' music is kind of a slow, brooding indie rock. Again, I didn't get a chance to see too much of it. People that were watching those said she was good. If you saw my video from last year, you'll remember that I was really blown away from a live perspective from the band Diet Sig. They were a band I'd only heard the name of, didn't actually know anything about them, and I ended up really, really digging them afterwards. This year, that sort of prize goes to Priests, who are a band from Washington, D.C. Now, a lot of people said, oh, definitely look out for this band. They're super, super good, whatever. Priest plays a sort of artsy style punk rock, post-punk, whatever you want to call it. The lead singer's name is Katie Alice Greer, and she has just a ton of stage presence. She's running all over the place, belting it out to everyone in the crowd, getting right in their face. Really impressive. When I saw her approach the stage as we were getting ready, and she's wearing this kind of weird tutu, I was like, I'm not sure what I'm going to be getting out of this, you know? Like, I sort of thought, if she's making a statement, I don't know what that statement is. I don't really get it. But, okay, here it goes. And I got to say, she was awesome. People told me that priests were really good, and in this case, people, quote unquote, were right. It's about this time that I should probably point out that I'm not really a great photographer. Though I have a really nice camera. I have a Nikon camera. I think it was cost me like $400 or $500 a few years ago. I don't really know that much how to use it. And so just like any tool, if you don't really understand it, it can only be as good as the operator of the machine or whatever. So once it starts getting a little bit darker, the sun is positioning itself differently, my camera started really sucking. My pictures are going to start getting progressively darker, just FYI, even though it really didn't start getting darker for another couple of hours. But I don't know. Someday I'll learn how to work this camera, but or maybe I need to get a new lens or something. I mean, I don't know. Under perfect conditions, I'm an amazing photographer. I capture everything. But if they're slightly different, I know there's ways to adjust for it. It's just, I'm just not good at it. So anyways, that's my little rant on that. Next up was the new Pornographers, the indie rock supergroup I've seen a number of times. The leader of the band is A.C. Newman, but the band is also very much known because of one of its members, and that's Nikko Case. Dan Behar from Destroyer too, but primarily Nikko Case. But the new Pornographers are not her band. It's really A.C. Newman's band. Nikko is just a member. And so Nikko Case is not always there. If she's working on something on her own or she's touring somewhere else, she doesn't appear. And you really don't know that until the band shows up. And then, oh, okay, Nikko's not here. And when she's not there, they don't shy away from playing songs that she sings in the band.
Wait a minute.
They did have somebody else there filling out her role. So maybe there were a couple of people who were like, oh, no Nikko Case. But basically, I think everybody else was pretty much into it. And I caught this picture of two of the members there of Priest kind of watching the new Pornographers down in the pit. You can notice that there.